Hello, hello, and I hope I'm coming through well. It's Devon from Neptune Design over here, and man, I am starving, so I got myself some tea, I got myself some biscuits, and we are gonna have a little bit of a chat regarding Google Ads. And first and foremost, I want to start off and just get everything going up here. So just give me 5 seconds. Let's see. All right, cool. So this live stream today has been sponsored by Profitable PPC. For those of you who do not know, Profitable PPC is my Google Ads course where I teach you everything that you need to know about making your ads super profitable. So if you are struggling, if you are feeling like, man, no matter what you do, no matter what settings you're using, it feels like you always get the same result. And that result is that your ads are just completely wasting your money and not bringing in anything, then I highly recommend you check it out. Link is in the description below. Our second sponsor is Lead Pages. Now, if you are like me and you are way too busy in your business doing all different kind of things and you just want a very slick website that's going to produce conversions, but you don't have time to set it up or to find the right person to build one for you, then I highly recommend you check out Lead Pages. What Lead Pages does is it kind of streamlines the process for you. It gives you all the templates you need, and all you basically need to do is just find a template you like, put in your product or service, and you're off to the races. So those are our two sponsored slots. Now, what I want to do is I want to shift the camera and I want to put myself over here. Guys, I've got a new mic, if you haven't noticed. So just let me know if I'm coming through okay, if you can hear me crystal clear, or if it's bad, or if it sounds a little bit muffled. And also, let me know if you're on the live stream. Say hi, let me know what country you're from, and I'll gladly answer any questions that you have. So let me put my ticker up here. Let's see, is there anything else I am forgetting to tell you guys? Because there's always something that I'm forgetting. Okay, might as well tell you about, because I don't see anyone in the chat, nobody saying hi, so I might as well tell you about what I've been doing. A lot of you might be wondering why I haven't been doing these live streams as often as I usually do. Well, that's because I've been working a lot on my business, working a lot on improving my community, my Google Ads course, trying to make sure that we have the best content there for business owners that are stuck. And most importantly, I've revamped my Google Ads setup cheat sheet. And I think it's a pretty good deal. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share that with you. So, just give me a second. Yep, let me share my screen. So, let's see. Man, this light is flickering. You know what, guys? Just give me a second over here. I'm going to share my screen, but I'm also going to make sure I get a new battery for my light. Ugh, man. I don't know why I don't charge these up. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. There we go. I think this one is charged up. Yep. All right, cool. So if we go over to my courses and consulting over here, you will notice that we've got a whole brand new Google Ads setup cheat sheet. And by the way, this is just $10. If you're interested, I'll put a link down in the comments. But what I've done is I've included my workshop on how to get your first 100 leads with Google Ads. So that's included as well. And as you can see over here, we got the dashboard explainer workshop over here, ads optimization checklist. So there's a lot going on over there. So I've been really busy. And that's basically why I haven't been live streaming. But I'm here now and I'm looking forward to anything that you guys want me to answer. So if you're brand new to Google Ads, maybe you're shy, maybe you feel like the question is a stupid question and it's something that you should know, I don't want you to feel that way. I want to give you actionable advice that you can follow and stuff that's actually going to work in your business. And let me just give you a little bit of a background about myself. So when I started off with Google Ads 7 years ago, and I did not have a clue what I was doing at all. I had a tiny budget and I somehow had to figure out how to make Google Ads work. And when I say tiny budget, I'm not talking about $5 or $10 or $50 or $100. I started off with a $1 per day budget. So I have gone through all of the phases where you're a broke entrepreneur trying to set up your ads, the phases where you're trying to get more leads in, and the phases where you scale your campaign. So what I really want to do on this live stream is I want to hear from you guys and I want to answer any questions that you might have. And I also want to give you some of my insights, some of the things that I've learned from working with people all around the world, helping them get better results with their Google ads. So what I'm going to do is, before we even jump into any questions, feel free to answer any questions down below in the comments. Is I just want to talk about why it's so hard to get conversions with your Google Ads. Now, a lot of people struggle with Google Ads, and they struggle with Google Ads because they are mainly focused on their settings. Do I have the right bidding strategy? Do I have the right keyword match types? What a lot of people don't do is they don't look at their assets enough. They don't look at their ad copy enough. They don't look at their landing pages enough. They don't look at their conversion tracking to see if it's set up properly enough. And it does really matter, because if you don't have the correct conversion tracking, what is going to happen is you are going to run ads, you're not going to get any data back, and you're going to think that you're doing something wrong, when in actual fact, what's really happening is you're just not gathering any data because your conversion tracking is not set up. Or how many of you have this issue where you log into your Google Ads and you see that you've had 1,000 conversions or 116 conversions yesterday, and you're like, I'm pretty sure I had 0 customers yesterday. What's going on? That's usually a sign that your conversion tracking is not set up properly. And if your conversion tracking isn't set up properly, what's going to happen is Google is going to think it's doing a good job. It's going to think it's giving you the best quality leads. It's going to think it's going to give you, it's going to think it's giving you high quality clients. Meanwhile, Google isn't really giving you anything, and it's just burning through your budget. So I want you to be very wary of that as well. And like I said, if you have any questions, if you want me to answer anything, or if you feel like you're just stuck with Google Ads, don't be shy. Ask any question below, and I'll make sure that I get to it. I'll make sure that I answer it. I know this was a bit of a pop-up live stream. It's just because I'm doing a couple of things in the background, and I'm doing a couple of testing a bunch of new equipment that I have. So I really just want to make sure that all of you guys are covered. But if you have any questions, now is the time to ask. Even if you feel like it's a dumb question, you are more than welcome to ask. Like I said, I've been helping people for the past 7 years get better results with their Google Ads. And we've really helped clients all over the world. Clients in Japan, clients in England, clients in the USA, in Canada, in Australia. We've really helped clients just get phenomenal ad results. But you have to have your fundamentals in place. Fundamentals in place means if somebody clicks on your ad, you have to basically set up your ad so that the right people are clicking on your ad. If you don't do that, what's going to happen is the wrong people are going to be clicking on your ad, and you're going to feel like, man, I'm doing something wrong. Should I change a setting? Should I go and just alter something? Should I pause my ads? You're going to feel like all of that type of thing needs to happen. And meanwhile, it could just be your ad copy. It could be the fact that your ad copy is not attracting the right people. It could be the fact that when somebody comes onto your landing page, there's nothing that gives them a sense of urgency, a sense that makes them say, wow, okay, this is the opportunity that I've been waiting for. So, with all of that being said, you want to make sure that all of those things are done. And if you won't excuse me for a second over here, I am very hungry. So I'm just going to indulge myself. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, let me know. This biscuits are nice, by the way. In case you're wondering, they're really good. And I'm having them with chai tea as well. Man, today was such a busy day. I woke up, I got my new microphone sent to me. So we had to kind of rush to the gym. and we rushed to the gym early in the morning so that we could be back in time to get the microphone done. We did that, and then we came back, and then I had to clean out this whole room, this whole studio that you see behind you. I had to clean that out just to make sure that it was ready. Everything was ready for the new equipment. So yeah, I've definitely been grinding today. So I told myself I'm going to have a little bit of a break. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to chat to my viewers. And yeah, I'm just going to have a little tea break. Might as well do a live stream while you're having a tea break, right? So if any of you have any questions regarding Google Ads, just shoot. Let me know down below in the comments and I'll answer them for you. Also, shout out to everybody who usually watches these live streams. Hey, how you doing? Um, I know that I've disappeared for the past few weeks, but I can assure you it's for a good reason. I wouldn't let you guys down, just disappear for nothing. It's for a good reason. Oh man, that is really good. That is really good. Okay, guys. So, any questions? Any questions about Google Ads I can answer for you? Mhm. Yeah. So, anyway, as I was saying, we are talking about the whole subject of just getting more leads and getting more conversions on your website. And I think it's really important not only to get the settings right. Oh, we've got somebody over here. Chuki, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for joining in. Did you miss me? Let me know down below in the comment section. And also, Chuki, I got a new mic, so let me know if you can hear, if the sound is coming across good, if it's bad, if there's any noise or interference, please let me know that as well. Yeah, so as I was saying, getting conversions and getting leads with your Google Ads is a very difficult thing. All right. So Keenan says, "Hey Devon, I love the new mic. It sounds good. While you are having tea, I'm baking some Japanese milk bread. Oh, good on you, man. You should bring that over. I would love to taste that. I would absolutely love to taste that, man. I'm sure Maria would love to taste that as well. You should definitely bring that over. Yeah, Chuki, I hope you are well. And also, like I said, guys, just let me know about the audio. I don't have anything fancy planned for today, so I'm not gonna give a full workshop or breakdown or anything like that. I just basically wanted to come on and just make sure that everything was above board with the new equipment. I'm currently working on, you guys are not going to believe this. I'm currently working on 100 new YouTube videos about Google Ads. 100, not that 100 minimum, not like 100 maximum, 100 minimum. I've already done 2 new videos. We released them this week. One for YouTube ads, which went out yesterday, and last week we did another one for Google Ads, just to like cover everything you need to know about Google Ads in 10 minutes. But that's the type of stuff that I've been working on. Chuki, if you're asking what mic it is, it's got a very weird name. It's called the Moana. Um, I even have the user manual over here. It's called. You think that if I just bought oh, let's do this. Can you pass me the box, please? I'll show you the box, and then you can see exactly what mic it is. Because all I have here is the user manual over here. So just give me a second. I'll get that for you. Thank you. As you can see over here, it's called the Mono PD200X. It's supposed to be a podcast microphone. And it's actually affordable as well. I got it for about $65. So, yeah, really good microphone. Yeah. I just noticed something. I look like I'm at the bottom of the screen. What I should actually do is I should drop this down. I hope I don't break anything. Yeah, so I hope you guys are well. Keenan's baking, so that's good for him. Chuki, what's been up with you? How is business? How is life? And do you have any questions for me? Let's do this. Man, I've got a very busy desk. I need to sort that out as well. I've got so much things. This is my laptop stand. And I've got over here, I've got plenty. So yeah. So if you guys have any Google Ads questions, you guys can fire away. We're not gonna make this like a very I always say that. Don't I always say that? We're not gonna make this a very long live stream and then 2 hours later, yeah, I am talking about Google Ads. But we're going to try to be civilized this time, and we're gonna try to give you just a little Google Ads live stream today. So if you have any questions, you can go. I don't think I have any more announcements or anything that I want to share with you guys. In particular, like I said, it's just been a very, very busy week, just working on the course, working in my community, and making sure that things come right. And Chuki says, his life is good. Business is in progress, which I love to hear. Time just flies by. You're doing something, and then suddenly it's 4 a.m. in the morning. Man, I know that feeling. Let me tell you something, Chuki. I was working on the landing page the other day, and I was thinking to myself, this is so much fun. This is so much fun. And when I looked at it was like 7 p.m. And then I was like, man, now I have to stop working. So what I did was I said to myself, okay, I'm going to work on it again the next morning and the next day and the next day. And I just kept on working at it, man. And I think the one thing is when you're enjoying something or when you're doing something new, it's like, wow, I can really like enjoy this. I can really go and do this over and over again. But when something is a drag or something happens in business that you don't like doing, man, it feels like it's taking forever. Like with me, terms and conditions, legal stuff, paperwork, I hate that stuff. I absolutely hate that stuff. So, yeah, definitely. All right. So, if you're brand new, if you're just tuning in, this podcast is to help you basically generate more leads with Google Ads. What I'm going to do in this podcast is I'm going to answer any questions that you have. So, if you feel like your ads are a little bit too expensive, or if you feel like you are not making money at all and you just want to figure out what is happening with your ads, then you're more than welcome to ask. Yeah, I'm just playing around with stuff and trying to get my lighting good. All right, so Chuki says, yeah, new things just eat up all the time. That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. It's just you being busy and you're finding out that, oh my gosh, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this. One piece of advice that I always give to business owners is when you do less, your business will actually make more money. It sounds weird, but it's actually very true. When we started off with Neptune Design, we did web design, logo design, email signature design, we did print, we did business cards, we did everything. That's why the company's name is Neptune Design. And I just left the YouTube channel as Neptune Design as well. But what I started to notice is if you solve problems, and if you just specialize in one thing, you actually make more money than when you just do one thing, especially, which is weird. It's like a backwards law. So now what I try and do is I just do Google Ads, and that's all I do. If I have to design the occasional landing page, I'll do it. If I have to do conversion tracking, I'll do it. But I do not chase after the other jobs because, man, you just get stretched and then you have to do too much and then your phone blows up. So, yeah, and Chuki said it perfectly. This is a perfect summarization, Chuki. The riches are in the niches. I like that. I absolutely like that. Definitely, man. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is we are going to open the floor for any questions. If you guys want to ask me anything Google Ads related, you're more than welcome. Like I said, my name is Devon Thomas. I'm a Google Ads expert. I've been doing this for the past 7 years. I've been helping business owners get better results. And what we want to do is we just want to focus in on your key problem areas, your pain points. What are you struggling with today? I want to know. Comment down below. Ask a question. Don't be shy. We don't bite. You can ask Chuki and you can ask Keenan. They've been on many of my live streams. We don't bite at all. I just want to make sure that we are giving you the perfect Google Ads information. So if you have any questions that you want to ask, or if you have any concerns with your ads that you want to ask about, you're more than welcome to ask. as I dip my biscuit and take another sip of my chai tea over here. People, I'm hungry. I've been working all day. I deserve this break. When I chew, I know it's a bit of a weird question, but when I chew, can you guys hear that? Or is it like complete silence? I don't want to be giving you guys like a ASMR. Man, Keenan, I absolutely love that you are baking Japanese milk bread, man. That sounds delicious already. I haven't even had that. That just sounds delicious. Absolutely delicious. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't look like there's much questions today. That's weird. Super weird because usually when I do these, man, I get bombarded with questions. But I guess um I didn't really let you guys know in advance that I was going to do this live stream. So I don't really blame y'all. It is what it is. It is what it is. Not really going to apologize. It is what it is. Oh, here we go. Chuki's coming with the sauce over here. All right, cool. So let me just get into game mode over here, Chuki. Taking me out of retirement. Let me get into game mode. All right, cool. So Chuki asks, if you create a Performance Max campaign and you target only existing visitors, retargeting, do the search ads only show to existing visitors, or do you have to make a new search ads for new customers? That is a very, very good question. Real Sports, hey, welcome. Let us know what country you're from. Thank you so much for joining, my friend. And if you have any questions, be sure to ask. All right, cool. So whenever you do a Performance Max campaign, you have to understand that if you say existing customers, Performance Max kind of does what it wants to do. So it's very hard to answer this question and tell you it's going to do exactly this. But what it should do is it should not show search ads only to people who are searching for your term. So what happens is they can do a retargeting search ad, which means if somebody visits your website and they're still looking for something and they type in that search, on top of the search results at number one position, it can still show a search ad. It will still show a search ad. But the chances of somebody searching for something, clicking on an ad, coming to your website, and then going back to Google and searching again are next to naught. So when you look at a Performance Max campaign, what I suggest you do is treat it like a display targeting campaign. What is a display targeting campaign? It's a retargeting campaign. It's a retargeting campaign that works with your display ads, your banner ads, works with YouTube ads, and it'll show up in your Gmail as well. I know we're leaking into demand gen, but that's kind of what you want to treat it like. If you want to do target new people, it depends. Are you going for leads or are you going for sales on an e-commerce store? Let me know, Chuki, because if you tell me something, I can give you a specific answer. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. So let me know if you're targeting people that you're looking for leads, or your e-commerce store and you want to show people more products when they leave. That's very important as well. So just let me know that as well. So Chuki over here is saying it's leads. Okay, fantastic. So if you're going for leads, new search campaign, and make sure you use that. Performance Max. Performance Max is it's a call schedule ad. Okay, that's fine. Performance Max is very hard to get right, especially for lead generation. So what you're going to find with Performance Max is you might get some good leads in, but you'll see 75% of the leads are actually going to be bad. That's why I recommend you use Performance Max. And you probably heard me say this in one of my old live streams. Only use Performance Max as a retargeting campaign. That's it. If somebody comes to your website and they leave, we want to show them ads wherever they are so that they give us another lead or they reconsider our product or our service. What you do not want to do is you don't want to use Performance Max to get new clients, because Performance Max, it's just a very wasteful campaign. Although the clicks are very cheap, it's just a very wasteful campaign. And Real Sports says he is from Nigeria. Excellent, man. Welcome. Finally, somebody from the motherland over here as well. So we got a South African. Keenan's here. He is a South African. And we got a Nigerian as well. So that's super dope, man. Welcome. Anyway, as I was saying, that's what you have to think about when it comes to your Performance Max campaigns. Your Performance Max campaigns, generally speaking, are going to struggle to get you leads. Now, the nice thing about Performance Max campaigns are they're super cheap. You can run them on $5 a day, $6 a day, $10 a day. They are they are very cheap, and they get you a load of clicks. But the quality of click is the problem. So whenever I use a search ad, I know that somebody's searching for something, which means the quality of the lead is high. If somebody's looking for an electrician, the chances that they might want to hire me is very high. That's why the clicks are more expensive on search, but it's worth it because you know that person wants the service right now. When it comes to your Performance Max, it's very hard. It's very hard to get good leads from a Performance Max campaign. I've been doing this for 7 years, and I've never had somebody come to me and show me that they're generating a lot of leads only using Performance Max campaign. It's usually they use a search campaign for 80% of the budget, and then Performance Max is 20% of the budget. I hope that helps, and I hope that answers your question, Chuki. And if you have any follow-up questions, let me know. All right, so PJ Bowler says, when are you auditing accounts with search? When you are auditing accounts with search, what are some red flags? This is a very, very good question. PJ, round of applause to you, man. Question of the day. Okay, so I guess we got to go into beast mode now, and I got to show you guys what are some of the red flags that I look for. Okay, so I'm going to show you my top 5 red flags that I look for in a campaign, and I'm going to show you with real data so that you guys basically you guys get to see what I see. All right, cool. So I am going to just give me a second. I need to share my screen. I need to do a whole bunch of stuff. But PJ, excellent, excellent, excellent question. Okay, cool. So in my Google Ads account right now, just let me know. Give me a yes or hell yes or I'm ready in the chat if you're ready for me to dive into this, and if you can see my screen. So just give me a yes so that I know to start. Okay, so PJ says PJ's ready. Okay, we got one ready over there. Anybody else ready? Or is it just PJ? All right, there's a bit of a delay, so I'll get started. All right, so let's say that I was looking at this account and I was looking at it over the past, I don't know, let's go 90 days. I don't even know if I want to go 90 days, but okay. So the first thing that I want to look at is I want to look at how much are we spending and where's the money being spent. So a nice little game that I like to play is I look at the account and I look at, this is the first thing that I look at. I look at how many conversions have we had? What is the cost per conversion? Is the client okay with that cost per conversion? Or is the person I'm consulting with okay with that cost per conversion? And what's the click-through rate? Okay, these 4, let me switch off this block over here. These are my indicators, okay? And the first thing that I do is I look at my click-through rate because this is the most important thing. This thing affects these 2 things. If my click-through rate is above 5%, then I know that the ad is fine. It's worded fine. When I say the ad, I mean the actual wording of the ad. So I'll show you an example. If I go over here and I say electrician for hire, these ads over here, you see all of these ads. If I see a click-through rate of above 6%, I know that sorry, above 5%, then I know that the ad is well written. So I don't have to worry about ad copy. If the click through rate is bad, 1%, 2%, less than 5%, I know I need to work on the ad copy first before I even dive deeper into the ads. Before I worry about bidding strategies, bidding settings, I have to figure out why people are not clicking on this ad. Did the business owner get an AI generated ad? Did they maybe just pick a bunch of keywords and stuff them into a headline? That's what I go and look at. So as you can see here, my click through rate is fine. The next thing I go and do, and the next thing I see is, okay, are we getting conversions? If we are getting conversions, that's a good thing because that tells me that the ad is converting. If we are not getting any conversions, if this is zero, I don't know how I'm going to show you guys zero, but I'm sure you guys know. What's your highest ever click through rate for a search ad? I've had a click through rate up to 18, I think it was 18.95% for one of my search ads. I wonder if I could find it. Anyway, remind me about that later. Chuki, I'll just show you a question over there. Remind me about that later because I'll go and I'll try and find you that high CTR ad. Yeah, I think it was 18. I think it was an 18% click through rate, but that's like you're going to struggle to get that. If you have a competitive niche, it's going to be very hard for you to get that. You should be aiming for above 5%. If you're above 5%, you're doing okay. If you're above 10%, you are doing absolutely amazing. If you're below 5%, then you've got a lot of work to do on your ad copy. All right, cool. So as you can see over here, I can see now that my cost per conversion is high. And I can also see that my conversions, we could do a little bit more to boost those conversions, right? And Chuki says he had about 11% click through rate. Well done. Well done. But the key is to keep on getting those click through rates. So just make sure you stay consistent. Keep on trying to keep it above 11%. All right. So as you can see over here, we're getting clicks. The ad is converting, but my cost per conversion is too expensive. Now, this gives me all of the information that I need on the ad. It gives me everything I need on the ad. So my red flags are going to be, why is this cost so high? Why are we paying so much? And then usually what I do is I will go and I'll look at our search terms report. This is the second thing that I'll do. I'll go and I'll look at the search terms report and I'll try and figure out what type of searches are we showing up for? Are we showing up for things that are helpful to us? As you can see, I've got 1 million clicks here from Google Skills Shop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight to the cost column over here. Can you guys see that cost column over here? I'm going to go straight here and I'm going to see which clicks are costing me the most money. And as you can see, people are searching for the word free, which is a bad thing. Whenever somebody searches for something with free, be very careful. So for example, yeah, somebody searched for Google Ads course free. I don't have a free Google Ads course, but it cost me $6.10. And I'm going to look over here. Now, just by doing those two things, I'm already seeing, am I showing up in front of the right person? Am I not showing up in front of the right person? Okay. So that's step one, click-through rate. Step two, search terms report. The next thing that I do, the next red flag that I look for is typically I go to the keywords and I try and see if they are on broad match, exact match, or phrase match. Why do I do this? Okay, I'm going to explain it to you. And this is something that I have to say properly to you guys. If you are on phrase match or if you are on exact match, specifically the people that are exact match, you are leaving so much money on the table because you watch this famous Google Ads YouTuber and he's telling you exact match, exact match, exact match. So you put everything at exact match and all of a sudden your lead cost goes super high and then your click cost goes super high because you're fighting everybody else who's using exact match. So what I do is I'll go for phrase, I'll go for broad match. A lot of people don't like to hear this, but I'll go for phrase, I'll go for broad match, and all of a sudden, I'll start getting cheaper leads. And the leads will go cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So basically what I do is when I audit an account or when I look at an account, I'm looking for simple things. I'm not even looking at your top of page rate, your search impression share, your auction insights report. I am looking for the simple things. It's the simple things that'll get your ad to convert. And you can actually see the data on this ad. Let me just get it back up here. I'm gonna do this. You can actually see the data on this ad, and you can actually see that this ad has been running. If we go all time, this ad started in 2021. This is a training ad that I use to for my Google Ads course. I'll link in the description, by the way. And as you can see, from this time all the way here, the conversion rate has been high because the fundamentals are in place. I can even go over the last 90 days, and you can see the conversion rate here is 6.45%. To give you an idea, if we go average conversion rate of a Google ad, you can see I've been doing some research. Average conversion rate, Google ad, 2.85%. I think it's between 3 and 4%, but 2.85%, right? And this is across a whole lot of campaigns. And as you can see, for me, if I go all time on this campaign over here, 12.31%. So the main thing that's holding a lot of you guys back is you're worrying too much about the settings, but you're not looking at the creatives. The creatives will be a bigger indication for me of how an ad campaign will do versus just worrying about do I have the right bidding strategy, or do I have a full optimization? And you can see the optimization score here is crap. It's absolutely garbage. It's 4.49.5%. This is a bad optimization score, people. This is a horrible optimization score. I think my video ads, we've got an even worse one. No. It's 55.2. I don't care about optimization scores. I honestly don't. I care about conversion rates and I care about getting leads. I don't give a damn about optimization score. Optimization score is for Google. It's not for me. So those are some of the things that I would look at. PJ, that was a fantastic question. Do you have any follow-up questions, or does anybody have anything else that you want to ask me about Google Ads? All right, cool. So I'm just catching up to the chat over here. Chuki says, my highest CTR, I think I said about 18%. I think one of my students has 24.95%, which is absolutely crazy for me. But it just goes to show you that if you implement everything that I teach, you can still get that right. So your highest click-through rate was about 11%. And also you said you didn't have that many conversions, so probably a bad landing page. Yeah, that is a very good insight. So I want you guys to think about this in stages, because Google Ads is very hard. If you're asking what industry you was in, I think travel and tourism, safari guide. So you want to think about Google Ads in 4 steps, okay? I'm going to give you the 4 steps. The first step is, are they clicking on my ad? Is my click-through rate high? If your click-through rate is above 5%, you're doing well. That means you passed that stage. The second stage we want to pass is, are the people who are visiting the page actually staying longer than 60 seconds on the page? If people are just coming onto the page or onto the website and leaving immediately, we have got our targeting wrong, or we have got our keywords wrong. What do I mean by we've got our keywords wrong? If your keywords are like electrician or plumber or dentist, those are bad keywords because there's no intent behind them. If somebody searches for plumber near me, electrician near me, those are better keywords. And if somebody searches for keywords that say something like looking for a root canal surgeon, or somebody to do root canal surgery near me, then you know you've got a very good keyword because there's intent behind that keyword. And that's what makes somebody stay on the page for long. If people are just bouncing off your website, that's probably because you've got the wrong person. You've got the wrong person. You're targeting the wrong person. So that's number 2. Do they stay there longer than 1 minute? Okay. After that is done, number 3 is, are they actually converting? If you're an e-commerce store, you can go and look at your Google Analytics or your Shopify Analytics and look at, are they actually getting to the part where they check out? Are they going to the checkout page? That's a good sign that your products are doing their job. If they're dropping off before the checkout, then you're doing a bad job. Same thing with leads. If they're submitting leads, even if you're getting bad leads, If people are submitting leads, it's a good sign because then at least you know you're going in the wrong direction, right? So that's number three. Are they actually engaging with the website and are they actually submitting? After all of that's done, number four is you're either closing the deal yourself or what you're doing is you have to retarget the people that didn't convert. This is also where a lot of people leave money on the table is you don't retarget people. People, if you retarget people, you are going to get the cheapest conversions ever. You're going to get the cheapest conversions ever. If you don't target people, you are going to complain for the rest of your life that your leads are too expensive. Why? Because not everybody buys the first time they come on a website. 97% of people, when they come onto the website for the first time, they look at it, they go, I'll come back to this later. And then they never do because you never show them an ad again. So what you want to do is don't only focus on the people that have clicked on your ad and say, oh, I'm losing so much money. People are clicking on my ads, but no one's buying. Did you retarget them? On average, Gary Vaynerchuk said this, so just take it with a grain of salt. I need to do my own research because my research says something else. But on average, it takes about 7 touch points, marketing touch points. What's a touch point? It's an ad. They need to see a YouTube video. They need to get an email from you. It takes 7 contacts with you, 7 touch points before somebody buys anything from you. This is measured by people that do this for a living. So you thinking that you're going to run one ad, show one person it, and you're going to have 100% conversion rate, you're going to get 100 clicks and 100 leads, it's not going to happen. If we look at Google Ads, the average conversion rate on a Google ad is 2.85%. That means 98% of your money is going to be wasted on clicks. You need to figure out how to get the rest of the people back to your website so they can convert. All right. How do you check time on website on Google Ads? You actually don't. You have to do it on Google Analytics. And when you go into Google Analytics, there'll be 2 things. You'll see average page view duration, or you'll see bounce rate. If your bounce rate is low, that's a good thing. If your bounce rate is high, that's a terrible thing. I don't know what it is in the new analytics, but in the old Universal Analytics, we used to aim for a bounce rate that's below 32%. But yeah. So Chuki is asking me, by the way, have you gotten used to the new Google? I hate the new Google Analytics for UI. I don't know what it feels like I don't know what I'm doing. And I've been doing this for 7 years. I go there and I'm like, I don't know what is what. And they hide the easiest stuff, the stuff that's so easy to see. They hide it behind all of this complicated stuff. And sometimes I just want to see, like, how many conversions did we have? Where did the traffic come from? What was the referring website of the traffic? It is so difficult to see. So yeah, anybody who's new here, welcome. This is a Google Ads live stream. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer any questions that you have. Don't be shy. Let me know what country you're from, and I'll gladly answer anything that you want to do with Google Ads, to do with getting more leads, to do with making money with advertising. I am here, and I want to answer you the best I can. Right now, I think I should have a cup of tea because my throat is kind of checking out on me. But that was an awesome question. Let me just see who answered. PJ Bowler, that was an awesome question. Thank you so much for that question. That was a dope question. And yeah, the new Google Ads AI, Google Analytics UI is just not jiving with me. It is just not jiving with me at all. Cool, guys. Feel free. Any other questions? Let me know. Yeah, I think Google Analytics makes it unnecessarily complicated to find the data that you need. I do like to watch a couple of guys. They do really good Google Analytics content. I think it's Julian at Measure School. I like watching him. There's this guy loves data or something like that. I like to watch that guy. And there's also somebody, I think it's Measure Geeks or something like that. I'm always watching their videos as well. The thing that I don't like about Google Analytics is it's just way too complicated for most business owners to understand what's going on and to easily see the information. Like you can see, if I go into Google Ads, you can see my Google Ads like this. I can easily go in here. I can easily see what's happening, right? I can easily see what my click-through rate is, my clicks, my cost per conversion, my conversion rate. Now, I know for some of you, you might feel like this is also a complicated dashboard, but it is less complicated than your Google Analytics dashboard, is what I'm trying to say. So basically, when I'm here, I can get a broad overview of what's happening in a campaign very quickly. And there's a couple of cool things that you can also do. So, for example, you can look at your last 30 days of your campaign. And I know I'm going to depress myself over here, but what I can do is I can click on this compare button over here and I can compare them to the 30 days prior. So basically, I can go month over month and I can see if the ads are getting better or if the ads are getting worse. So as you can see over here, because everything was on zero, everything here is showing an up arrow, right? Every single thing over here. But let's do this. Let's take it over 180 days, maybe. Let's do that. And let's say apply. There we go. As you can see, my click-through rate dropped by 0.1%. So this is the past 6 months, comparing the past 6 months to the 6 months before that. I know that sounded weird when it came out of my mouth, but bear with me over here. We're comparing March, the 10th of March to the 5th of September from the time before that. If you look underneath here, it'll show September 12th, 2023 to March 9th, 2024. As you can see, my click-through rates gone down by 0.01%. I've had far less clicks. My cost per conversion has actually dropped by $2.42. So which means my leads are getting cheaper and my conversion rate has actually increased from whatever it was to 6.54%. Yep. So that's why I said this is pretty easy to see. All right, guys, if you have any questions at all about Google Ads, let me know down in the chat below. All right, so let's see what we have going on here in the chat section. Okay, so do you still have to connect your website visitors list from GA4 with your Google Ads to be able to retarget? If you have the new Google tag, no. But not many people have the new Google tag. And a lot of your clients, people that you work with, they went from Universal Analytics to GA4. So it'll probably be smarter for you to still connect that Google Analytics account, even if you feel like there's nothing there. I think you should still do that. The new Google Ads tag, apparently it does it all. It does retargeting, it does conversion tracking, it does everything. But so many setups still have the old tagging, conversion tracking set up with Google Tag Manager system that you're better off using the old stuff and still connecting your analytics anyway. Hope that answers your question. All right, so Real Sports. Sorry, guys, I'm so rude for eating on camera, but man, I'm so hungry today. All right, so I just got my first gig as a digital marketer. The campaign is for lead gen for solar merchant. I'm kind of scared. What will be your advice for me? All right, that's a good question. Do you perhaps have the link for the website? That would really help me. If you do have the link for the website, I'm going to put in an email address over here. I'm just going to put it down as support. And don't worry, I won't show it on camera if you don't want me to show it on camera, but I can then better check it out. So I'm just going to put that in there. Okay, cool. It should be in the chat over there. support@neptunedesign.co.za. Okay. How do you know if they have the new tag or old tag? Okay, that's a good question. All right. So Real Sports, if you do have that website and you're okay with sending it to me so I can at least have a look at it, let me know. Because that's going to depend on the advice that I give you. I don't want to give you advice and I'm not seeing exactly what it is that you're selling. It's going to be very hard for me to give you proper advice. I don't want to tell you do this or do that. And you know what I'm saying? All right. So he says he's going to forward that to me. Okay, cool. That's fine. So, Chuki, how do you know if they have the new tag or the old tag? Okay, let's go. Let's go. All right. So, I'm on my website right now. You see my website? You see this little thing over here? It's called the Google Tag Assistant. What you do is you enable this, and then you can do this on any website, by the way. If you just refresh the website, I'm going to refresh it. And if you open this, it's going to show you all of the tags that it has. So as you can see for me, I've got my Google site tag, my global site tag over here. And I've got my Google Ads remarketing tag. And it's going to show me that I've got Google Tag Manager over here as well. So usually what you want to do is, oh, you already have that extension. That's good. So usually what you want to do is you want to ask the client's URL, and then you always want to ask the client, do you have a tag manager account? And they'll usually tell you something like, I don't know, I'm not sure. I think my IT guy set it up for me. So what you want to do is you want to have a Zoom call with the clients. You want to ask them to share their screen and just have them type in Google Tag Manager and try and log in. Usually when they log in, they'll discover they had a whole Tag Manager account that was already set up for them, and it's got all of these tags in them. Never assume that a client does not have tags. Never assume that you know what's happening with the tag tracking software. Always ask for access to those accounts, and always double check. Even if the client says they don't know, double check that they have one, because whether you like it or not, most people have an IT guy, whether it's the cousin, the brother, the uncle, the husband, and most IT guys set up things. They're bad at communicating and they never tell the clients. So you're thinking you're getting a brand new account. Meanwhile, this guy's uncle has already done all the hard work for you. I just want to adjust my mic over here. There we go. Can you guys still hear me good? I'm testing out hardware, people. So if you can't hear me, or if there's an echo, or if my voice sounds super low, let me know. All right, cool. Okay, so Real Sports, did you send that email? Because I haven't got anything over here. Okay. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I want to give you a little bit of generic advice just to start off. Oh, by the way, if you're new and you're on this live stream and you have a question for me regarding Google Ads, ask it down below. I actually need a couple of questions while we wait for Real Sports to send me his solar merchant details. So yeah. Anyway, so the first thing that I would do is, if I was you, is if a client came to you and they said they want you to do lead gen for them, and they told you that they have $100 per day budget or $1,000 per day budget. Whatever the budget is, spend 20% of that budget per day. Don't spend the whole budget. Spend 20% of that budget. A lot of digital marketers, what they do is they start off at the full $1,000 per day. And obviously, because you're new and you haven't spent that type of money, when you start spending money for somebody else, it's a weird thing that happens. Let me know in the chat if you also feel this way, like you start getting nervous, you're not able to sleep, you feel like maybe you made a mistake, so you're checking your ads every 5 minutes, you're logging into Google Ads at like 11 o'clock at night. That's because you're not used to spending that much money. It's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal not to be used to spending that much money. How you balance that is you start off with a 20% per day budget. What that's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to play around with Google Ads. It's going to allow you to get your ads right, get your keywords right, make sure that your conversion tracking and everything's in place. And once you start seeing the data, it's also going to allow you to optimize the ad campaign. Now, once you start figuring out what's wrong with the account, fixing those issues, and starting to be confident that you actually know what's going on and that the ads are starting to convert, that's when you increase the budget. So let's say we were at $1,000 per day. We can now increase it. We were at $200 per day. We can now go to $400 per day. And then you want to run it like that for 2 weeks. And then after that, when you are super confident that you've got the right settings and that your ads are converting, that's when you eventually can spend the daily budget. Now, The client might come back to you and say, I'm giving you all of this money to spend, and you're not spending what you're supposed to be spending every day. What you want to tell the client is, I really want to do that, but until I'm confident that we can get leads at a good cost, I'm not going to spend your money. And the client is going to respect that. So be very careful when it comes to big budgets or clients that want you to spend a certain budget, especially if you're brand new. Always spend as little as possible until you know you have a landing page that converts, keywords that work, ad copy that is good. Once you have all of those things in place, then you can spend as much money as you want to. You can spend R1,000,000 if you want to. If I'm going to ask this question to the chat, what would you rather do? Would you bet $1,000,000 when it's a 1% chance of you getting a good result back? Or would you bet $1,000,000 when you have a 20% or 30% chance of getting a good result back? Anyone was going to spend that money, anyone's going to spend that $1,000,000, they're going to spend that $1,000,000 when they are 30, 40, 50, 80% sure they're going to get that money back, not when there's a 1% chance. And that's the biggest mistake that newcomers make with Google Ads. You put yourself under so much pressure, and all of a sudden you go on the internet and everybody's telling you different, giving you different advice. People on Reddit are giving you one set of things. They're like, do this, do this. No, you should be doing this. You should be doing this. And then you go to another place and they tell you, no, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be spending at least $5,000 per day. And then you get trapped. I don't want that to happen to you, real sports. And that's why I'm saying take it slowly, and you'll get there. All right. So Chuki says, is it good advice to upscale spend at 20% and wait for the data to stabilize and then 20% again? Yes, it is. And I'll tell you why that is. Let's say you go from, we've done this a lot of times. Let's say you go from 20% of your budget and you increase from 20% of your budget all the way to 100% of your budget, okay? So you're going from $200 per day or maybe even $20 a day to $100 a day. What's going to happen is when you start off your Google Ads, it goes into that eligible learning phase. If you increase your daily budget by too much, it resets the AI, the machine learning, and it goes back into that eligible learning phase. So a lot of you guys, by increasing the budget so high, what you're actually doing is you're working against yourself because you're resetting the AI constantly. And that's why you like have a week, it gets great results, you increase the budget, and then all of a sudden, nothing starts to happen. It starts to fall down. It's because you're resetting the AI, you're resetting the machine learning. So if you move in 20% increments, $40 to $60 to $80 to $100, you get to keep all your data and your historical data as well. This is why you want to do it slowly. A lot of people, and I'm guilty, like I'm a human being like you guys. I know what you're trying to do. When you want to go, you want to brag to the clients and say, hey, I got 100 leads for you. You've never ever had 100 leads. So I'm going to show you I'm the guy that you hired and I'm going to get you 100 leads in 1 month. And what happens? You end up destroying their ads, getting expensive conversions, and then you need to talk them into working with you for another 30 days. I would rather go back to the client and say, I was conservative. I spent this much, but I managed to increase your click-through rate. I managed to increase your conversions, and I managed to get you leads half the price of what I did before. And now, if you give me 30 more days, I'm going to get you even better results. I'll give you another example of this in my Google Ads account. See if I can pull it up over here. I'm going to go over here. I want you to see something. Oh, sorry. I'm not sharing my screen. Guys, you need to tell me you can't see anything. All right. Can you see? Okay. So as you can see over here, I've got my search ads over here. Now, my search ads for the past, whatever we got it over here, 180 days. As you can see, my search ads are getting a cost per conversion of $34. You see that? That's super expensive. Same landing page, different type of ad. Can anybody guess? I'm going to ask you in the chat. Is this all in the course? Yes, PJ Baller, it is all in my Google Ads course. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link it down in the chat for you. Just give me a second. Let me just get it. Yeah, I teach all of the stuff in my Google Ads course. And as you can see, we show you how to get your ads profitable in less than 30 days. There's 15 hours of me talking in there. So trust me, you are in good hands. So I'm going to link it down in the comments. It's also down in the video description as well. You can check it out. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, these are search ads. I want you to look at the search ads. They are at 34.08% cost per conversion, right? And how many conversions do I have over here? I've only got 4 conversions. These are not good numbers. I just changed my ad type. Landing page stayed the same. I just switched from search ads to YouTube ads. Look at this cost per conversion. 3 times less. Not only that, but I spent $286 over here. And as you can see, I've got a lot of clicks. YouTube ads get more clicks, but my clicks aren't that expensive. And that's why my cost per conversion is still low. So I can go back now. If I was running these ads for somebody, I could tell them, hey, I spent 30 days on your ads and I managed to take you from $34. I managed to take you down to $11.43. Is that person going to want to pay me to do their ads for another month? Yes. Is that person going to love me? Yes. Are they going to send me chocolates and cards on my birthday? Yes. But a lot of you guys, what happens is you get stuck in search campaigns. You convince yourself that you need to spend more, limited by budget. Oh, I need to increase more. I need to go to recommendations. I need to click on all of these blue buttons over here. And eventually what happens is you spend $1,000 and you don't have anything to show for it. So you want to slow down so you can speed up, basically. You want to slow down so you can speed up. If you can spend less money wisely, you're going to have more budget left to experiment with. If you have more budget left to experiment with, you're going to start getting good results because you've got that confidence that you still haven't spent the client's daily budget. If you're out here spending $1,000 a day because the client told you he wants 500 leads in a day and the client doesn't know how that's going to work, you're the marketing guy. Whether it works or not, he's going to blame you. If you're a smart marketer, you're going to tell him, listen, I know that you want that many leads per day, but you need to show me data that that's possible. If it's not possible, I'm going to run your Google ads my way in 30 days, and I'm going to come back to you with the results. But I promise you this, I think we can do better than what you're doing right now. That's what a responsible digital marketer would do. Not go out there and just promise them the world. So yeah. Real Sports, have we still got you in the chat or have we lost you? Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to ask any questions, feel free to ask. If you're brand new here, my name is Devon Thomas. I've been running Google Ads for the past 7 years. I've helped clients from Australia, New Zealand, USA, Canada, England, Japan, South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, where else? Thailand, Italy, Greece. I've helped clients all over the world get better understanding and get profitable Google ads. So this is the number one place to be. If you want to ask me any question, I will give you an honest answer. I will tell you exactly what I think, but I just need you to tell me what country you're from. And obviously just give me a detailed question. Like, don't just ask me, are my ads nice? How do I get my ads doing better? Like, give me a detailed question so that I can go, okay, fine. This is something juicy. This is something that I can really, really show you examples of. Yeah. So with that being said, does anybody else have any more questions? Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, link for the course is in the chat. And also, like I said, it's down in the video description as well. So Chuki says, well, since Google Ads typically works best after 3 months plus because of optimizations, is it okay to propose a 3-month agreement to guarantee the best results and ROI for a client? That's a great way of doing it. Most agencies do that. They lock you into a 3-month agreement. And what you want to do is when you guarantee results, How are you doing that? Give me the wording. I'm going to ask you. I'm not going to put words in your mouth, Chuki. How do you guarantee best results? What does that even mean? So if I was the client and I say to you, Chuki, what do you mean by guarantee the best results? Give me what your email reply would be back to me. I want to read that and I want to help you with your sales pitch so that you can kind of understand how to pitch clients and how to talk to clients, because it's very important. You can be a Google Ads pro, but if you're a bad communicator, you're going to lose the client. So that's what I want to work on with you. I'm not saying you're a bad communicator, but I want to make sure that you're coming across how you mean to come across to the client, if that makes sense. Guys, also let me know if you hear any echo in the background. If you hear any clicking in the background, if you hear any weird noises like echoes or anything in the background as well. I'm testing out this mic, but I need to know that this mic is good enough to record some YouTube videos with. So I'm going to rely on you guys to give me that information. Mhm. Thanks, Niels, for the like, by the way. If you're watching, thanks for the like on Facebook. It's so hard to get viewers on Facebook, so I really appreciate you for watching me over there. I really, really enjoy it. Okay. Come on, Chuki. We're waiting on that response. The world is waiting on you. Man, Chuki, I'm always putting you on the spot, man. But that's because I believe in you. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions about Google Ads, I can see there's a lot of people in the chat. Like, and don't be scared, guys. Like, ask questions. If you're a beginner, if you know nothing about Google Ads, ask whatever you need to ask. It's better for you to leave with some clarity and understanding what to do next than for you to just be here and keep quiet while everybody else is asking questions. You have the right to ask any question that you want. I promise you, I do not bite that much. So you'll be absolutely fine, but make sure that you ask the questions that you need to ask. All right. So, Chuki, my question to you is, how are you going to guarantee the best results? What would you say in an email back to me if I say to you, if I was a client and I asked you, what do you mean by that? All right. So you can say the best results are different for every business because the price points of the product, service, lifetime value, and cost per acquisition. Haha, you guys thought I didn't know that. I know that. All right. The main focus is to make more money than you are spending. Okay. Price points of da 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 da. I actually like this response. This is a very good response. Okay. So here's what I would change. I would slightly tweak this. Okay. I would slightly tweak this. So what I would do is I would go and I would say, first of all, that's a great question. So, what you want to do is you want to complement the question. And secondly, you want to say, it is very hard for us to guarantee the results. And I love that you said the best results are different. So, I want you to take the word best out, because when you say the word best, for you, best is I can get you 10 more leads a month. For the customer, the word best is he can get me 1,000 more leads per month. So what you want to do is you want to say to the client, whatever results you're getting right now, I guarantee you in 90 days, we can show you improvement on those results. And that's what you can say. One sentence. Whatever results you're getting right now, in 90 days, we can guarantee an improvement on those results. And now it takes the pressure off you, because you're not promising the world, you're just promising an improvement. So for example, if in the last 90 days, I'll show you an example. Let me just show you an example. It's going to be faster. Let's just do this over here. Wakas, thank you so much for the questions. I do see them. If I got 4 leads in 90 days and you improve this and you get me 5 leads, then you've improved my results by 20%. It doesn't have to be a big improvement. We've talked about this before. If I go over here, if I get 25 leads, actually, let's break this down even better. In 30 days, if I got 10 leads, if you can show me that you're going to get me 13 leads, that's good enough to seal the deal. You've delivered on your promise as a marketing agency and you've improved their conversions, you've improved their ads. If you can get me the same amount of leads, but you got them for half the price, you've still improved my ads. You see how that works? So stop saying the words best and start saying the words improve. We're going to improve what you have already. If I take you from a 1-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom house, it's still an improvement. And that's what you want to tell the client. Don't tell the client you're going to get them the best results on planet Earth, because you don't have the best budget on planet Earth. You're not working with the best design team on planet Earth. And you're probably not going to even do the best in the industry as well. So, yeah, Real Sports, thank you very much. I heard your email. Let me know if you're okay for me to share this on screen, or if you just want me to answer you privately and look at the screen myself, but not show it to everyone on the live stream. Just let me know. I want to keep it how you want it. I don't want to stir up some flames. Wakas, thank you very much for your question. All right, so how can you get call recordings for any Google Ads account? You can't. You can't. Um, all right. Second question is I know there's some software that you can do. Call Rail maybe is one of them. And you can see the duration of calls. So you can see if somebody had a 5-minute call, a 7-minute call, but you probably are not going to be able to see call recordings, like listen in recordings. You're probably not going to be able to do that because of consumer protection laws and data protection regulations as well. You probably need special software for that. All right, cool. Second question: how can we leverage portfolio bidding strategies in multiple or single Google Ads accounts? It's hard. That's portfolio bidding strategy is very difficult, because I've actually had a client come to me yesterday with portfolio bidding strategies. And the problem with the portfolio bidding strategy is sometimes it just spends too much. I know what you're trying to do with portfolio bidding strategies. You want to make it less work, right? So you want to stop optimizing so much so that you can spend more time getting more clients. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. But usually with portfolio bidding, it goes well and then it just stops working super well. Maybe 2 months it goes well, and then all of a sudden the performance will drop off. And that's because you're just not optimizing the accounts enough, and the account isn't getting as much data as it's supposed to be getting. So it's a very interesting concept. I just haven't seen it work. In a single Google Ads account, the best example of portfolio bidding, and I'll show you this. Just give me a second over here. Let me just share my screen. The best example of portfolio bidding that I've had that's worked is I had a client over here where he had a Google Ads shopping campaign, and we switched him over to portfolio bidding. Ivan, that's it, this one over here. So basically what happened was we went from manual CPC, because he had a lot of products. We did everything on manual CPC. We figured out which products were costing him money, which product were losing his money. And then we switched from manual CPC, we did it to target CPA. After target CPA, we started to get more aggressive, and then we went to the full on portfolio bidding strategy. And if you look at this green line over here, you can see here that he was losing money. He was spending about $248 a week, and he was basically only making $90 back in sales. This green line over here, notice this part where it shot up? That's when we activated portfolio bidding strategy. It lasted for about 3 months, and then his account started to die again, and then we had to jump in and manually do the bids again. It does work. I just haven't seen it work long term. So yeah, it can work. I'm not saying it can't work, but I haven't really been able to replicate that success. So I'm not going to give you advice that I don't have to give you. All right. I hope that answers your question. But as you can see over here, it does really, when you use portfolio bidding, it's for some accounts, it really just, it pops up into the air. Okay, cool. So Real Sports said he wants me to keep it private. Perfectly. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm just going to look at this email quickly, and I'm just going to look at this website quickly and see what we do. Start time solar. This is good. This is a lovely website, man. This is a lovely website, and they got a couple of products. Okay, they're selling a panel. Where's the panel? Okay, so book an appointment. Everything here says book an appointment. Book an appointment. Okay, cool. So you're doing lead gen. That's fine. Contact us. Yeah, this is good. This is good. All right. So sorry, guys, if you weren't able to see that, but he requested to keep it private. So here's what you want to do. First thing you want to do is you want to run search ads. You want to find good keywords that people will search for: solar panels, for inverters, for solar systems. And you want to make sure that you kind of run search ads. I would do 3 separate campaigns: one for the inverters, one for the solar panels, and what was the other product? And one for the batteries. Don't put them all together, 3 separate campaigns. Then what I want you to do is spend your minimum amounts, 20% of your daily budget, and just run the ads. Run them for a good 10 days. After that, see how many clicks they get, and then see if anyone's converting. I promise you this, I think the inverters will probably start picking up. And then if you're starting to get leads from the inverters, then you know that this is the type of thing that you want to get. Also, you need to build one landing page for each. Have a landing page for inverters, one for panels, and one for batteries. If the client doesn't allow you to do that, make sure that when the lead gets submitted on the website, you get CC'd in so you can see if it's a lead for a battery, if it's a lead for a panel, or if it's a lead for an inverter. Also, on this contact form, what I would do is I would swap one of the inputs to say, are you interested in inverter? Are you interested in a battery? Or are you interested in solar panel installation? Because that's going to help you do your job. So that's the little tweaks that I would want you to make, and then let it run for 2 weeks and then see what the results are. Also, make sure you have conversion tracking. Please, please make sure you have conversion tracking. It is very important that you make sure that I'm going to repeat it one more time slowly. Make sure that you have conversion tracking. Please do that for me, brother. All right. I hope this helps. Real sports. Okay, cool. So from India, what all in automation scripts can we use to limit the costs and get max clicks? Have you ever used any scripts for the site? I never use scripts, my friend. If you want scripts, good people to follow would be people on LinkedIn, Adrian Dekker, and what's this other guy's name? Gert Groot, I think his name is. Those are the guys that run with scripts. Also, I think Miles McNair, I think that's his name. You can check those guys out. Very good guys. Those are the guys you follow for scripts. I do not work on scripts. I work on digital. How do I put this? I work on assets. I believe that you can get great results. Well, I don't believe it. I've got the great results to show you, but I get great results without using any scripts. And I also reduce costs without using any scripts as well. So you need to check out with those guys. All right, cool. So Real Sports says, thank you, Devon. All right, guys, I'm going to leave the floor open for about 5 more minutes. Does anybody have any questions for me before I go? This was a bit of a slow burner. It took a while to get going, but yeah, turned out to be fun. Okay, so Waka says you got new locations from clients. When updating locations or editing locations, should we duplicate the campaign or simply edit the campaign with a new location targeting? I would just put the new locations in. I don't think it's worth having a whole other campaign. There's only one case where I would do it: when it's a new country and the country can't really afford the product like the old country did. So for example, if you go from USA to Canada, same campaign. If you go from USA to Canada to Australia, same campaign. USA, Canada, England, same campaign. If you go from USA to Pakistan, USA to Bangladesh, I would separate them out because we don't want to be training our conversion data on the wrong people. I'll give you a perfect example of this. This actually happened to me last month. We had a challenge in my community and I tried to get as many leads as possible from South Africa, and it just was not The math was not mathing. The maths was not mathing. So I'll show you a perfect example of this. Let's look at the data for last month. Okay. So I got two campaigns that I want to show you. This campaign over here, this is first world countries. So if I come over here, locations, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, United States over there. You can see my cost per conversion. I wanted to add South Africa. But then I was like, no, South Africa's affordability isn't here. It's not on par with these guys. Okay. The average income in this country, in South Africa, is not as good. To give you guys an idea, the unemployment rate in South Africa is like 32.5% right now. So it's not as good as these countries over here. So what I did was, in that situation, I said, let me create a whole different campaign just for South Africans. So what I did was, please be on top, please be on top, please be. Okay, let me just do this. South. Did my keyboard stop working? Okay, let's try this again. South Africa. You see I said South Africa over there? I want you to see my cost per conversion over here. 72 leads, cost per conversion, 61 cents. Why do I not sound happy about this? I'm not happy about this because all of these 72 people didn't end up buying because the affordability in South Africa was horrible. It's horrible. So, although, yes, I got a lot of conversions and I'm happy for the conversions that I got at a very cheap cost as well, this campaign is not in the same class as this campaign. This campaign will make me money. This campaign kind of will not make me money anytime soon, the South African one. It won't make me any money anytime soon. So if you are putting locations that are similar, I'm happy for you to use the same campaign. Like locations in India, that's fine. But don't go and add locations of third world countries to first world countries. That's where a lot of people make mistakes. Now, let me tell you the good news. Hey, Ari, thank you so much for the comment. I really appreciate it. All right, so let me tell you the good news though. If you separate your campaigns out, your developing countries in one campaign and your South African countries in another campaign, and I've got a feeling that this is your question, Wakas. If you do that, what's going to happen is you're not training the machine learning on bad data. So that's why you need to do it that way. We also have Xerxes here. Just dropped in. Big ups, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Yeah. So basically, because I'm swapping the campaigns out, I'm fine. I didn't train the AI on any bad data. And that's what you have to be very careful of. Now, in case you're wondering, what does Devon mean by training the AI on bad data? This is what I mean. If you have machine learning, the machine learning is looking for signals. Every time somebody signs up for your service, it sends a good signal over to Google, if you have conversion tracking, of course. So we want the good signals to come in to say, yes, we want more of these types of people. Show our ads to these types of people because they convert. Now, the problem is this. If I have so many people signing up, but those people are very low quality clients or low affordability clients, and now I've trained the machine learning on those people, Google Ads is going to go and say, oh, he must want people who are low quality clients. Let's send him more of those. And all of a sudden, you're spending more money on ads, but you're attracting bad people because the AI thinks that's what you want. So you don't want to do that. And that's what I mean by separate out the campaigns when the locations are different. So just a little bit of nuance there for you. All right, guys, I'm about to be out. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. I know I said that 5 minutes ago, but does anybody have any questions that I can answer for you? Doesn't have to be super technical. You can literally ask me anything about Google Ads. I will answer it for you. And in 5 minutes, I'm going to bounce out of here. I almost finished my tea in 1 hour and 24 minutes of a live stream. But hey, such is life. Any more questions whatsoever? Another cool thing about this mic, I might as well brag about my new mic since we're here. Another cool thing about this mic is it's got these really cool RGB thingies. Hold on, let's see if I can get the RGB working over here. This is super cool. I'm gonna play with this all day long. Ari has got a question over there. That's a very good question, Ari. I'm gonna get to you in a second. Check this out, guys. White mic, yellow. Can you guys see that? Purple, multicolor. This is so cool. I'm gonna be playing with this so much during my YouTube videos. It's not even funny, man. Oh well, small things amuse small minds. Anyway, Ari, okay. How does paid ads compare to organic traffic? Now that's a beautiful question. All right. So here's what I've noticed. If you are creating content, your content is gonna convert a lot more than your paid ads. I'm talking about your conversion rates will probably be 5 times higher than your paid ads. So this leads to an interesting problem, especially if you're a content creator. Like, should I make more videos or should I just take that money and put it in a whole bunch of ads? The nice thing that you can do is you can actually do both. And here's how you do it. You want to create the content and then you want to target only the people who have watched your content with ads. And then your ads are gonna they're gonna rocket to the moon. They're gonna literally shoot to the moon. So because those people know you, because that's a warm audience, because they've watched your videos, because they've interacted with you, because they know you, they are going to be so receptive to your ad because they know you already, right? So there's no problem to click on your ads because they already know you, and there's no problem to buy from you because they already trust you. The ad just gives them that little bit of a nudge to say, hey, I'm having this thing, or I'm having this webinar or this workshop or this course. I'd really love you to join me. If you want to sign up, click down in the link below. So that's the beautiful thing about the ad. It gives them that urgency, but you want to show the ads only to people that know you already. If you're showing ads to strangers, they are not going to convert well. The average ad, I would say that I have, probably out of the 98 people that sign up, maybe 2 or 3 people will actually buy something. However, if I take that same set of ads and I show it to a warm audience, my chances of signups and my chances of getting clients are much more increased because they already know me. They already watch my videos. It's so much easier to sell to them. And the nice thing about it is doing it that way, using remarketing ads instead of cold traffic ads, is also the cheapest way of advertising. You can get away with spending $15 a day, $25 a day. You don't even have to spend much because you're targeting, typically YouTube channel size will have what, 6,000 viewers a month, 20,000 viewers a month. So you don't even have to spend that much to reach all of your viewers, and you're reaching them with a targeted ad. And it's a beautiful way of getting people to pay attention to you again. So that would be my advice. Yes, paid ads is good, but only for retargeting. Organic traffic will still kick its butt all day long, because when somebody's watching your YouTube video and they feel that thing that says, I need to connect with that person, that's a real connection. With paid ads, you're going to struggle to replicate that connection within 2 or 3 or 4 minutes because they're already apprehensive. They're already thinking, man, you just interrupt me while I was watching my favorite YouTuber. What is this ad about? What are you trying to sell me? So already they're in a very defensive posture. And that's very hard to overcome with just one ad. So you want to retarget the people that already know you. And that's a good strategy. All right, Ari, let me know if this helped. Also, if you have any follow-up questions, you're more than welcome to ask as well. All right, so Wakas, back to the locations. Combining 3 countries in a single campaign works, or should we separate that also? Miami, Dade, Broadwood, Pop. No, you can put that all in the same You can put that all in the same campaign. That's fine. So Ari says over here, makes so much sense. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you, Ari. All right. So the reason why you can combine all of these campaigns is if you're selling the same thing, it's perfectly fine. What I would do is go into your ad copy and add a location insertion. Do you know how to do that? If you don't, let me know, Wakas. I'll walk you through it now and I'll show you how to do location insertion. So basically, when you're doing location insertion, when somebody's searching from Miami, you can make the ad look like it says um, electrician near Miami. If somebody's searching from New York, on the same ad, you can make that ad look like electrician near New York. Whatever location that person's searching from, that's basically what the ad will show near whatever location they are in. Very confusing, I know, but maybe you know this trick already. But if you want me to show you, I'll gladly show it to you. All right, Xerxes. I'm a beginner and I've been looking at getting started. I'm currently watching courses from you and Darren Taylor. How do I prove to clients I know what I'm doing? This is a beautiful question. This is an absolutely beautiful question. Okay, Xerxes, you're asking me questions, so I'm going to ask you questions. Number one, how do you know that you know what you're doing? And number two, have you got any results that prove that you know what you're doing? So I want you to answer me down below in the chat. How do you know that you know what you're doing? And do you have any results to prove that you know what you're doing? Okay, so Waka says, yes, and we're also doing dynamic location targeting via dynamic land. Yeah, then you're fine. Wakas, you're fine. Don't worry about adding locations. You're fine. As long as you're targeting more or less the same type of people, you're perfectly fine. It's not like we're doing anything crazy. You don't want to be too spread out also. You don't want to have a single campaign. Like you don't want to have 15 campaigns where just one campaign would have been good enough. You know what I'm saying? Make it easy on yourself. It's not going to improve your ad performance that much. All right, Xerxes, come on. We're all waiting on you. The moment of truth. I need you to let me know down in the comments. My WhatsApp is going crazy over here. Okay. Okay, so I don't have any experience with Google Ads, so I don't know. All too much, and I've never run a Google ad in my life. Okay, that's fine. All right, so let me ask you a question. Would you let an Uber driver drive you from your house to, I don't know, a faraway location, a faraway city, if they've never driven a car before? Would you let somebody do that? Would you let an airline pilot fly you from New York to Dubai if he's never flown a plane before? Would you allow him to do that? Would you let a doctor or a surgeon operate on you if they've never ever done an operation in their life before and they're pretty sure that they don't know what they're doing? If your answer to any of those questions was no, then now you understand why it's so hard to prove to clients that you know what you're doing, because you probably don't know what you're doing yet. You probably don't know what you're doing yet. All right. So, what I want to do for you, Xerxes, is I want to give you a little bit of a training program, and I want to show you what to do. When you're doing these courses, you're doing my course, you're doing Darren Taylor's course, you're doing a couple of courses that you see on YouTube. What I want you to do is I want you to take $2 or $3 per day. $2 or $3, okay? In a month, you'd end up spending, I don't know, $90. Or let's say you would end up spending $60 in a month. And I want you to go and I want you to actually run ads for yourself. Do it for affiliate marketing. You can go in affiliate marketing. You can get affiliate products and you can find them. And then you can try and run Google ads with affiliate products. And then you're going to have proof. Once you make a couple of sales, once you sell a couple of courses, once you do a couple of affiliate sales, you're going to have proof that you actually know what you're doing. And the best thing about it is you're going to be able to have screenshots of them. Okay. So this is part number one. You need to learn how to swim before you can become a lifeguard or before you can become a swimming coach. You need to learn how to swim for yourself. Learning from courses, that's all fine and well, but that doesn't mean you're qualified. I can read a book on how to fly a plane. It doesn't mean when I get into the plane, I actually know what I'm doing. I can watch a course on how to fly a plane. It doesn't mean that when I get into the plane, I'm going to be confident enough to know every single thing. So, apart from doing the courses, you actually have to do the work of optimizing campaigns, getting better at ad campaigns. You got to do all of that stuff and do it with your own money and spend it on your own ads. Even if you have $1 a day, it's fine. $2 a day, it's fine. But you have to spend money. After you spend money, you're going to understand what Google Ads is, how it works, and most importantly, you can then go and approach clients and say, I've just spent $100 and I spent $100 and I made $200 in affiliate sales. Let me do the same for you. And then the client's going to say, but how do I know you actually know what you're doing? And you can say, let me show you. Here's my Google Ads account. I'm going to screen share, just like I can screen share this account now. Somebody says, Devon, you don't know what you're doing. I can say, oh, really? Okay. So you telling me you don't want 72 leads in 30 days? You telling me you don't want that? No, but how do I know this will work for me? No problem. I'll go over here. I'll say, oh, by the way, this is my client, Steph. She went from 11 leads in 30 days and she went to 102 leads afterwards, after taking my Google Ads course. Oh, you don't believe me? This is my client, Darcy. She made so much money that the course has paid for herself. Oh, you still don't believe me? This is Martine. You still don't believe me? There's Gabriella over there. I even have a wall of success. I kid you not. I actually literally have a wall of success. I have a wall of success with every single person that I've helped fix their Google Ads. And this just goes on and on and on and on and on. So now I've got so much proof. I've even got a separate YouTube channel. Let me show you this. And I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm showing you how much proof I have that I know what I'm doing. I've got a separate YouTube channel where I have, I say separate YouTube channel and then I go to my normal YouTube channel. People, this is my separate YouTube channel. And I've just got client results over here, just people that I've helped with Google Ads. Do you see how I've got so much proof to show that I'm an expert? This is what you need to do. And word of advice for you, Xerxes, I don't know how old you are, but you need to walk before you can run. You got to walk before you can run. I can't go and tell you to go and sell yourself to people when you're not even sure of your skills. Get good at Google Ads. Get good at Photoshop before you try and sell your graphic design skills to other people. Get good at web design. Build your own website before you try and sell somebody else a website. Don't let the world convince you that you need to be in a rush to do something. Learn how to do something. Learn how to do a skill properly, and you'll always have that skill for the rest of your life. Don't rush it. And if you want a good place to start, you can check out my Google Ads course. It's linked down below. And what makes it different is not only do I teach you the theory, but I actually show you how to run your ads, how to make them profitable, and how to optimize your ads. So I'm going to link that below. Make sure you check that out. But it's a perfect place to start, especially if you plan on running ads for other people. So I'm going to just put a link to that as well. It's called Profitable PPC. All right, so this is the last question. Xerxes, let me know if that helped. This is the last question that I'm gonna take. Should I cut down budget on a campaign for which I'm updating locations? For that particular campaign, we have $1,000 per day budget. Sometimes brings a lot of calls. The other day, no calls. It's target CPA. I would not cut the budget down. I would just add that location. I don't think it's too much of a problem. Wakas, the one question that I'm going to ask you, oh, Tom. This is one of my clients in my Google Ads community. He says, Tom says Devon's class is really helpful. Well, there's one of my course students over there. You can ask him. You can ask him in the chat what he thinks of my Google Ads course. But anyway, yeah, definitely. All right. So, Waka says, what will be the effect of cutting the budget? Okay, wait, we've covered that one already. Okay. Hold on. Something's happening over here. Okay. Target CPA. There we go. Should I cut down the budget on a campaign for which I'm updating locations? For that particular campaign, we have $1,000 per day budget. Sometimes it brings a lot of calls, and other days it's no calls. It's target CPA. It's perfectly fine. I don't think you should cut down the budget there at all. And what will be the effect of cutting the budget? How much should I increase per day, or at least the percentage of cutting the budget or increasing the budget should be 20%. In this situation, if you're on target CPA and it's working sometimes and it's not working the other days, you have to weigh it up. But according to what you're telling me, there's nothing wrong. Like, if you're not getting any calls that day, that's how business works. You don't wake up every single day and want Starbucks, okay? You don't wake up every single day and want a certain product. Sometimes there's not enough search volume on a particular day because people are busy. People are either broke because they're waiting to get their salaries, or what happens is they're just not thinking of the product or service then and then. It's perfectly normal. You don't have to go crazy. You just keep on running the campaign and look at the monthly trends. If I would say something sounds suspicious, it would be this target CPA. What I would do instead is keep the budget the same, increase the target CPA, increase it by like 20% for more expensive leads, and see if you actually get more calls in. And then if you see that, then you know your target CPA was set too low. But leave your daily budget alone. Your target CPA might be the problem, not your daily budget. Your daily budget is perfectly fine. Your daily budget is absolutely fine. All right. So Xerxes says, very interesting one. Thanks a lot for that. I currently do web design and used to be asked about Google Ads a lot. Thank you. I'm a former web designer as well, so I get it. But you're not going to learn this in 3 days. You're not going to learn this with one course. You have to put it into action. You have to put it into action. And Wakas over here, you say it's already 388. That's your target CPA. Well, that's what it is. That's what it is for the industry. You have to remember something, and Tom will back me up on this one. Whatever it costs in the market to get a lead, that's what it costs in the market to get a lead. Just because you want it to be cheaper doesn't mean it is going to be cheaper. And this is something that you have to go and look at your ads, and you have to optimize your ads. Now, there are a couple of things that you can do, but leave your budget alone. Leave your budget alone. And if you feel you've done all that you can with settings, then you need to go into your fundamentals. I'm going to show you this one example, Wakas. Show you this one example. This guy over here. Let me just get it. This guy over here. This guy. He went from 16 leads. 16 leads in 90 days. We got him 354 leads in 83 days. Look at the cost per conversion here. Look at the cost per conversion there. He was paying $34 for a lead. We dropped it down to $4.64. Do you know how we did this? We didn't do a target CPA. We didn't change bidding strategies. We didn't do anything to do with anything crazy whatsoever. We literally just went and we designed a landing page for him. That was it. We designed a landing page. Ad copy was the same. Settings was the same. Daily budget was the same. We just did a landing page. Stop trying to fix expensive leads in the settings. Get into the assets, get into the creatives, get into your headlines, get into your landing pages, get into the difficult work of optimizing a campaign. Darren Taylor just released a video now about 10 ways that he optimized the campaign without touching the ads. I want you to go watch that video. I have a whole Google Ads course about optimizing your campaign without touching the ads. Well, without touching the ads that much. You need to understand how to design an effective landing page. That's what's going to drop your cost per lead. It's not in the settings. If you feel like $388 is too expensive, you got work to do. You've got a lot of optimization work to do. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with that one. I'd like to thank every single one of you for coming. This was supposed to be a 30-minute live stream, by the way. Let me go on the record and say that. I've still got some biscuits left. I've still got some chai tea left, but this was supposed to be a 30-minute live stream, by the way. And Wakas over here says, amazing. Thank you very much, Wakas. I appreciate you. So the one thing that I want to leave you guys with is make sure that you are thinking about how to optimize your ads. If you want to learn how to really get the best out of your ads, I want you to check out our Google Ads course. It's called Profitable PPC. And also, if you don't know how to design a landing page, but you need a good landing page design, guys, check out Lead Pages. It's software. You basically pay for it, and they basically give you all of these templates that are high converting, and you just have to put in your products and services. As far as my course, it's linked down in the description below. And before you guys go, I want to tell you about, I'm so excited to show you guys this. I've got my new Google Ads setup cheat sheet. For all of you guys that keep on saying, Devon, your course is too expensive, your products are too expensive. There you go, $10. $10, and you get all of the settings that I'm using right now to generate leads in my own ads. You get to copy all of my ad settings as well. And on top of it, there is a course inside on how to get your first 100 leads with Google Ads. I've got a dashboard workshop inside there, and I've got a checklist with over 90 optimizations for your Google Ads. All of this for $10. That's the cheapest thing that you will ever hear me cheapest price you'll ever hear me mention. If you don't have $10, then I don't know what's up with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down in the comment section. Make sure you get it. Make sure you support me so I can keep on doing live streams like this. But I mean, for $10, I think it's worth the time. Not only for the setup cheat sheet, but you're also going to get training in there as well. So if you're interested, get it. I put the link down. There's also going to be a link in the description of this video if you're watching the replay. Thank you so much for all of the love. Like, subscribe, check us on Spotify as well. We've got a cool podcast over there, linked in the description. And I will see you guys next time. Peace. Bye-bye.